Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into this
Hello
video.
lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys because I find it super educating and interactive one at that, where black people finally answered this pan-colored man who stitched a black lady's video asking what it means to be a pan-colored person, especially in the States. So I was able to put up some of those stitches from black people. I'm just going to roll the clip. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Question: what does it feel like to be white? Especially if you're white in America.
Imagine being a race that you're not allowed to be proud of. That's how it feels to be white. If I was to make a post on Facebook and I said I'm proud to be white, I'd be the most racist person there was. That's how it feels to be white. Imagine being blamed for things you were not even a part of. That's how it feels to be white. We have all these occasions throughout the year. We have Black History Month, we have Juneteenth, we have Pride Month. If we was to celebrate being white, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. You have your cable channels. You have BET, Black Entertainment. If we created a channel that was called WET, White Entertainment, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. If we speak up on racism, we're hated by some of our own kind and other races. That's how it feels to be white. Have the day you deserve.
So, white people.
Imagine being part of a particular group of a certain race who denies the oppression of historically oppressed people constantly. Imagine that you tell that group to be quiet and that it doesn't happen anymore. Imagine that you ignore all the evidence in the world showing that this thing has continuously happened every day since the inception of a country. Now imagine still pretending as if it does not happen. Now imagine when confronted with your racism and your bias against historically oppressed people, instead of acknowledging the well-documented oppression of those people, you decide that you were actually the people that are being oppressed. Imagine proclaiming how oppressed you are, but only when you hear the people that have actually historically been oppressed talk about it. Imagine never speaking up against this oppression. Imagine never showing proof of this oppression. Imagine using this made-up oppression, but only to tell the people that are actually oppressed that they need to stop talking about it. Now imagine your grandparents not wanting my grandparents to sit on the same seats on a bus. That's right, your grandparents wanted all the seats on the bus. So I'm going to grant you a favor due to your ancestors. You may have all the seats. Go ahead, take all of them.
Sir, you said imagine being blamed for something you had nothing to do with. 9/11. The Brooklyn Five. What you're dealing with is called equality, which is something that you guys are not used to, because the default group has always been black people and people of color, while Caucasians kept their hands clean. And you mad about Juneteenth when y'all just realized it was a thing like 2 years ago? You mad about Juneteenth, but you got July 4th. And White History Month is in July. We're in there right now. Black people get 1 month for Black History. 1 month out of 12 months. 1. And you're mad that we get the shortest month of the year? 28 days. So I'm gonna really need you to stop and think about this video. Really think about why you're upset that black people get 28 days in a month. Juneteenth, when you guys have July 4th, and you have White History Month, that's in July, and why that upsets you that someone else has a month, and why you feel ostracized because they have a month for them.
Okay, bro. Just trying to take this in. Please understand that this wouldn't be a very much issue for you if people of your complexion didn't make whiteness their identity. You have to understand that people of color didn't ask to be people of color. That was placed on us by your ancestors. So basically, if you're going to make whiteness your identity, then you need us for you to be white because you benefit from it. So in effect, you did this to yourself. Now, you personally may not, view your whiteness as a part of your identity, but there you go. Your whiteness is the problem. Get rid of whiteness, you get rid of racism.
It's best to go and watch the creator's reasons or whatever he's saying. It's best to go watch it. But you made reference to all the things that should be free for everyone to do, but you're not looking at why. Why are there laws? Why are there acts? Why are there legislations? Why are there protesting of us black people globally? Why are we doing that? If you being white was safe for us, we wouldn't be doing anything. We would just be living like you're living, right? We would just be doing life like you're doing life. We needed acts and laws to protect us from you. So you're upset and you're feeling, I don't know if you're upset, I don't know if you're even doing satire, but there are people that think that, being white is this and that. You said something about for things that you weren't a part of. You may not have been a part of slavery, but you're benefiting from it. You may not be a part of somebody being racist in the street to us or in schools, but you are a part of the representation that does that. So I don't know if you don't get that, but yeah, I don't know if you're crying about not being able to support yourself or to celebrate you being white, but yeah, ask yourself, if being white was so great, why would black people and other minorities need laws to protect them from who looks like me? You being white means that you get chosen for things above other races that are more credible or more appropriate for positions in employment. You are not profiled in the street, in the supermarket. So you're saying you're talking about, they get June 19th, they get BT, they get all those things are materialistic things. What black people really want to do is just to be free in a society like you are, but you get that privilege because you're white.
You said we have all of these Black History months and Juneteenth and listen, that right there, that correlates to absolutely nothing because every holiday that's based in America right now is based off of the founding fathers who were all slave drivers. Hey are we all blaming every white person that ever did that they did this shit? Nah. What we're doing is, we want the government to take accountability. But hold on. That part right there, that baffles everyone. Why should black people get reparations, melanated people get any type of reparations here in America? Because, slavery's not there anymore. But it was deemed necessary to make sure that the Jews were compensated for the Holocaust that they went through. Hell, we went through our own Holocaust here. It wasn't the Jews that actually went through it. It was the descendants of the Jews that are still prospering in America to this day. But for the 400 and some odd years that it happened here in America, that's just supposed to be, we supposed to just let it go, right? We supposed to forget about how the police still sit there and brutally shoot us down. And they just starting to get locked up, but not really. They still get away with it. So you want to talk about holidays, You want to, hey, yo, let's not do that. Because that right there is going to have a whole lot of backlash. That backlash, hey, yo, do you not realize? Because of poor conditions that we have to live under, because of what was created generations ago, we still suffer from. You don't feel the effects of that. We do. So before you sit there and say, oh, well, if it's not okay to say white power, white pride. Hey, yo, how long was y'all doing that shit while we was here? We have been here, endured all of that. And now that we actually got a voice and are not afraid to say how we feel, now we're the bad guys. Hey, yo, it may not have been you that did it, but you gotta understand this hurt runs deep. This is something in the soul. You can't get rid of that until you literally find a way to make peace with the people. Oh, you want to make peace with the people? This is what you do. Go to your congressmen. Go to your senators. Protest every time you see melanated people get violated. See, if you just sit back and say, well, I ain't have nothing to do with it, but yo, you seeing just shit happening, hey, yo, you just as guilty as them. That part right there. Me racist? Fuck no. I got biracial kids too. Let's keep that real. But at the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Don't sit there and talk about if I say white power. Mother, that shit has been being said before we actually got before. Yo, Jim Crow is the point where a lot of white people stop saying white power. Let's just be real. Let's not do the bullshit. Let's not do the fuckery. Because that's straight buffoonery. Somebody gonna come at your neck for that video. Hey, yo, I believe that we could all live equally. But to say some stupid shit like that, hey, yo, you gonna get a lot of flack for. Watch what you say. Say what you mean what you say. Because what you just said was, you want to scream white power, that's fine. But understand, when people scream white power, to people that look like me, that white power means dominance, it means slavery, it means overpowering people, which is still being done to this day. So watch that shit. Peace.
Facebook, and I said I'm proud to be white, I'd be the most racist person there.
You bring up some valid points. And yes, there is not a White History Month because white history is taught in schools. Black history isn't. Mexican American history isn't. That's why we have those heritage months. I understand where you're coming from. You feel as a white person, but the system is designed for you. The system is created for you. There's no way around it. And nobody has a problem with you being proud of being white. Hell, I'm proud to be black. But the problem comes in when we want to dismantle the system that marginalizes people. Oh no, you can't do that. You're going against my rights. Well, what about the rights of the marginalized individuals? Honestly. Let's talk about that for a minute. You don't want to dismantle the system because you're going to be affected. I mean, that's what it really is. Because if we dismantle this racist system, and you had nothing to do with that, and I'll go ahead and admit it, you had nothing to do with that. But it's been in place since the 1600s. And as we have wars and we have political discourse, the shit changes. And you're still not marginalized. Now, you want to talk about, well, I don't have affirmative action, and affirmative action isn't fixing to get me a job, but it does. And why everybody thinks that affirmative action was created for black folks? No, it was created for white women so that they could earn the same amount as their male counterparts. It's just once it became law, black people benefited. Anybody that was non-white benefited. You don't want to be blamed for slavery, and nor do I think you should be. But at the same time, when we're trying to dismantle the system that has set everybody up to fail, if you are non-white, you guys have a problem.
So I'm just going to respond to this man. BET exists because black people were excluded from MTV. MTV had to be pushed to play black artists, and it was primarily Michael Jackson being popular with Thriller and his record company saying, we are pulling all of our artists off of your channel for MTV to play black artists. Yet you don't know that part. You're just mad that black people made something because we were excluded and decided to use it and prosper from it. Why does that upset you? Also, you said you can't be proud of your race. That is the whole black experience. That's why we had to have things like the Black National Anthem, because y'all told us we weren't patriotic. So we made our own national anthem, and then y'all got mad about that like recently, and that's been around for decades. Like, y'all got mad that we have a Black National Anthem because we were trying to show that we were patriotic. Okay? Y'all got mad when we had HBCUs because you didn't want to let us into your schools. You tell us every day, you tell black women that we are undesired, we are unwanted, and we have no value. I was just called ignorant and not able to fit into society a post ago. Like, because I'm black. Do you see that? And y'all are sitting here projecting. That's pure projection. I am so sorry. It sucks for you to be white. Welcome to being black in America. God damn.
Okay, so I agree with everything he's saying, but I would like to add on to. He mentions that black people have BET, we have Juneteenth, we have Black History Month. Basically, we have things that are geared towards a specific. And I guess he's saying that if white people did the same thing or had the same thing, it would be a problem. But I feel like white people do have the same thing. It's just not labeled like that because it's the standard. For example, even though there's not a White History Month, white history is being taught in our schools. There might not be a Juneteenth for white people, but there is a July 4th. There might not be a BET, but there is a TV. Just turn the TV on and take your pick. I personally wish it wasn't so much division, but hey, it is.
Like, seriously, lovelies, just imagine these people. They always claim the victims. They always claim that, okay, you guys are now oppressing us. We are just minding our business. You guys are the ones oppressing us so bad right now. So this dude, stitched a stitch of a sister asking a honest question. Like, I posted, the response of that video in my other channel, which is Ballistic Gist. You can just check it out. I'm just going to leave a link for you to check it out. So that's just like the second verse of the video. But in this particular video, I just compiled stitches of black people actually responding to all the claims that this pan-colored man has. He went ahead to talk about how not being proud of himself. Just imagine, you all saw every other thing. So there's something about these pan-colored people. I actually said this in my previous. They know that these things exist. Things like race and cis. Things like being white and you have a privilege. Things that, the society favoring them the most, like they are so favorable. But you as a pan colored, you as a black person dare not mention such a thing. Like they dislike it anytime someone is pointing at the facts or the truth. They know that all of these things exist, but they don't want to talk about it. They don't want people to say it. They don't want you to express yourself. Like this lady practically, asks a simple, genuine question, which most of them, gave answers. A lot of them, can also check my other response from pan-colored people. But the kind of victim mentality these guys have, they're just trying to change everything, like to make it seem as if black people are the problem. But there is a problem on deck. There is a particular problem on deck, which, as a pan colored person, it should be your number one priority. Like, if you feel that you don't feel comfortable with the way they call you out as a pan colored, with the way pan colored, this and that, why not join force and actually fight for the right of these people that you feel that, okay, they are the reason why I have been called bad names several times. Reparation has become the order of the day. Like, it's just something that you shouldn't even mention anymore, because they'll give you thousands of reasons why they feel that reparations should not be, given to the enslaved descendants. Like, seriously, there are a lot of people that received reparation. Why is it that Black Americans cannot do something? Why is it that they can also have their own reparation? A lot of people, have theirs. Asian, like, even the brother talked about the Jews. Like, but when it's in town of, Black Americans, it's just stories upon story. A lot of them even talk about how people that got themselves involved with this thing has long gone. Why are we going to talk about, why do you want us to repeat back something that the people that actually suffered? Like, seriously, these people that suffered it, their grandchildren are still there, and the people that are still benefiting, there's like, do you know that the slave owners actually receive reparation, but the people that did the job never receive any form of compensation up to date? Like, the people that single-handedly built whatsoever you're enjoying today, you think that they don't deserve any form of, any form of reparation? Like, seriously? But all you could do was imagine how we are the victims. Imagine how I cannot even walk properly because of the color of my skin. Like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to imply? You are trying to make yourself the victim here. You are trying to make yourself, but you know exactly well that you are the most favored. You are the one that is favored. So why are you making yourself the victim? Why? Why are you trying to make it seem as if you are the victim here? Seriously. There's so many, stitches, pan-colored people that stitch his video. A lot of them were just making sense to tell you that these people know the problems, they know the truth, but you shouldn't just mention it. They know that all of these things exist. They know that Ray and Sis exist. They know that they can be so Ray and Sis towards you, but don't even call that name. They just want you to just be suffering and smiling. They want you to be suffering and smiling. They just want, like, just imagine hitting a child, like beating up a child, and you expect that child not to cry. And when this child cries, then you, the person that beat up this child, you become so, oh my God, why is she crying? The noise is beginning to affect my mental health. Like, this is how it sounds. Like, this is how it sounds. You wouldn't beat up a child and don't expect this child to cry. No, it's not possible. Like, seriously. When I saw his video, his video was from a video a lady, asked this question, a black lady, and all his, his reasons, and I was like, oh my goodness, now he's just trying to be the victim. He's just trying to be the one that's okay. We are the one now that is being oppressed. Even when every other thing is in our own favor, but we are still the ones that is still oppressed. This is how it sounds. You own everything, you have everything, but you are still the oppressed. How can an oppressor become the like seriously? You can hit the nail on the head. You just want it to seem that okay, we are now being affected by all the atrocities we have committed. This is how it looks like. Seriously, there are a lot of issues that need to be solved, especially that of the one between this, that is happening in the society. One that is not even surprising to me anymore is that the lady that asked the previous question is being, attacked by these pan-colored people. Like, they are even training her, coming for her children, her family, and all of that. It is among the video I actually posted on my ballistic gist. Like, seriously. They are coming for her all because she asked a sincere question. She asked this question channeling to black people. She asked the same question, channeling to colored and also his, POC and Hispanics and all of that. But it's as if the pan-colored people are not taking it too personal, coming for her own family. That somebody have to go to her Instagram account to actually, spill all sort of racial slurs on her. Like, to show you that these people, they know exactly what it is. I am not disputing the fact that the majority of them now are beginning to get themselves educated. But if you see these ones that is so frustrated, trying to blame all their frustration on black people and all of that, those are the kind of people that actually came for this lady and her Instagram account. And they are making everything possible to just take it out. Just because she asked a simple question. Just the way White Woman Whispers asks a question between between the pan-colored man and pan-colored woman. Who would you actually be in a conference room with? She was channeling the question to black women, and black women was chosen to be with a pan-colored man instead of being with a woman. And these pan-colored women, took it upon themselves that they are going to show that woman. This is what is happening to this lady that asked this same question. Seriously. I'm going to see if I could just put up the link here for you guys to actually see what I meant. Like, this is just so berserk. Immediately you want to, it's just as if someone is doing something so wrong and you call upon that thing that this person is doing. Just like this narcissistic behavior, they see it so offensive. They don't want you to talk about their realities. They don't want you to talk about them being the oppressor. They just want you to, eat whatsoever they brought to the table, take all the shit they bring, the oppression, the everything, just take it, keep quiet, and do not say a word. This is just what they want. But the world has grown past this. We are not more in the 18th and in the 16th. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Share, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.
Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.